Hey guys, and welcome to some No Man's Sky. Hang on, this isn't Star Citizen. No, it's not, but it is an awesome space exploration sim that I do want to cover on my channel, at least until I get bored of it. So what is it? No Man's Sky is a huge universe open sandbox exploration game about travelling in space, visiting planets, discovering wildlife, naming them yourself, as well as flora and fauna, exploiting materials and minerals found on those planets, stealing stuff, blowing stuff up. It's all in an attempt to reach the centre of the universe or to just enjoy the game. To do this, you must explore, fight, trade, upgrade, and survive. The release date for the PS4 and PC, it's released on the PS4 on the 9th in the US and 10th in the UK and Europe, and I believe on the PC and the rest of the world on the 12th of August. There are over 18 quintillion planets. It's not infinite, but it might as well be. You're never going to visit even a fraction of them. Pretty much everything in-game is procedurally generated and generated on demand. That means that it's generated on demand with an algorithm. Pretty much everything. So wildlife on planets, the planets themselves, your ships, all the wildlife will have its own unique look, feel, colour and behaviour from planet to planet. The soundscape and the animal sounds, they're all based on various values of the actual creatures, so they'll all be pretty unique as well. And it's all based on the same seed, so anyone that comes to your planet, if they could possibly find your planet, they'd see the same creatures, the same mountains, and anything that you had named there. Procedural doesn't mean random. It means everything's created on demand based on a set of algorithms or procedures, and that entirely different. This will be entirely different for each system and planet. This means that the game on disk is actually extremely small, around 6 gigabytes it's been suggested, but the range of stuff that you could discover and find is insurmountable. You'll be exploring space, ground, and sea, but there are no land and sea craft yet. So you're going to have to get out of your ship and either swim around or walk around on the planet. You're going to have to get down and get dirty. Starting out, you're going to start on the edge of the universe. You need to make your way in towards the centre of the universe. You've got your multi-tool, your spacesuit, and some kind of ship. If you've pre-ordered, you've got a slightly better ship. But you're going to be upgrading and changing these items extremely regularly, it seems. If you want a new ship, you have to get rid of your old one. So don't get too attached to anything you find in-game. But you're going to find some cool, unique, procedurally generated ships. So what can you do on planets? You can mine and gather resources, you can explore, and that's kind of the main tenet of the game really, the exploration and discovery. You can find monoliths, which will give you little keywords for alien languages, amongst other things and lore. You can raid factories and tech nodes. You can interact with aliens to shop and buy things, as well as learn their language. You can discover and name wildlife. Upload to the Atlas via a beacon. That's how you get your discoveries to be saved effectively by the main server. The sentinels as well. You can be chased by sentinels. If you overmine or kill animals or just generally make a ruckus on a planet, the sentinels will come after you. These are No Man's Sky's version of the police from GTA. Planets come in all shapes and sizes. I suppose they don't. They're pretty much all round as well as I'm aware. But they come in forest, ice, dangerous, friendly, barren, desert. There's loads and loads of different types of planet. Planets close or far from the sun are likely to have extreme climates. Planets in the middle, like Goldilocks zones, are more likely to support life and be more temperate. They even have their own day and night cycles as well. So I mentioned the Atlas a minute ago. This is a massive mapping software, Pokedex thing that it's just you upload all your data to, and everyone else in the universe uploads their collective player data to. It acts as server storage, all this sort of jazz as well. So you're going to be able to see each other's discoveries. You're going to be able to upload the discoveries you make them official. And you make that official by going to a beacon and uploading there before you die. If you die, you lose everything prior to your last upload. But you get paid for this as well. You get paid units, which is the game's currency, and we'll talk more about that in a second. But you also get the right to name things when you upload them to the Atlas. And if you survive long enough, you're going to be able to name a lot of things. So there is death. If you die on a planet, you'll respawn on your ship. Though anything in your ship would be fine. You would have just lost everything on your person, and any discoveries you had up until that point if you hadn't previously uploaded. If your ship explodes or you die in space, you'll start in the nearest space station without your items or your ship. The most common ways you're going to die is going to be to hostile wildlife, the sentinels, hazards on planets. So hazards are extreme temperatures, radiation or similar on planets, for example, that you'll need to protect yourself against and can protect yourself against. In space, it's going to be getting shot by pirates, or being on the wrong side of an alliance, or being a pirate yourself and getting shot by carriers and the big ships. I do believe, though, you keep your suit upgrades on death, though, and any blueprints that you know. The economy, so in the game, the currency is units, and you can earn these by discovering things, selling resources, bounty hunting, blowing up bits of ships and that sort of stuff. You can be a pirate effectively. There are various classes of ships to help you do the different things you want to do in the game as well. There's fighters, traders, and explorers. Now, exploring ships are better for jump range and fuel efficiency. So why would you want to be better for jump range and fuel efficiency and that sort of stuff? Well, as we'll talk about in a bit, there is a tentative goal to get to the center of the universe that basically, if you've got more fuel, or you can jump further, or you're more efficient at jumping, it's going to be easier for you, because fuel costs money, or at least time, to collect resources, and it's going to take you a while to get to that center of the universe. Even the ships in the game are procedurally generated, and they are influenced by the race or the NPCs that they've come from. You have to interact with those aliens or those NPCs to get your new ship. You will need to trade basically your old ship off and get a new one. Only one ship at a time, guys. Aliens and NPCs. So there are alien races, as I said. There's buildings on some of the planets which you can raid for tech or resources as well, but expect the sentinels to come after you if you do that. You can find monoliths on planets which will unlock alien words so you can better interact with them. They're scattered around planets. You can also trade with the aliens to learn their language a bit better as well. The more you understand about an alien and its language, the better you'll be able to interact with them, unlock different items, buy better stuff from them, that sort of stuff. There is also AI faction warfare. You can team up with NPCs to take over a part of the galaxy or universe, basically have them as your allies. There are no real missions, but trading, learning alien languages, helping if their convoys get attacked or if their fleets get attacked, will earn you reputation with those particular factions, and you'll be able to get better items from them because of it. And as I said, there's no pop-up missions, but sort of things. If a convoy gets attacked or if a fleet's being attacked, it will say it's being attacked and will kind of direct you to say, well, you can do this or you can do that. So you can protect 6 cargo ships if you like, or you can attack the cargo ships. Multiplayer, there is a limited sort of multiplayer. It's single player, but there is multiplayer elements. You can play entirely offline if you wish, but uploading stuff to the Atlas and having bragging rights to the things that you've named, like all the giant dinosaur Pokemon on a planet, that's online only. The universe is so huge that seeing another player will be rare, and that rarity in itself is an experience. It's possible to see other players, but they're not going to be tagged or marked, so you could mistake them for an NPC easily. An interview stated there was only going to be basic interaction on the ground with no combat or trading, so I have to see exactly how that works. There was another one that did say that you might be vulnerable to other players on the ground, so it's a bit confusing there, but we'll have to see. I expect there's going to be limited interaction. The game is not focused, though, on any real form of multiplayer or even co-op. It's an exploration game with multiplayer elements in the same universe. The Atlas is what ties players together, naming animals, flora and fauna, finding new planets. That's persistent, and you'll see those traces of other players around the universe too. Even if you were able to find your friends, for example, on the galactic map, getting to them might be extremely difficult, even if you could see exactly where they were, because the universe is big, and everyone will start on a different planet on the edge of the universe. So goal-wise, there is no traditional story. It's an exploration sandbox. There is lore and a light goal, I suppose. Tech up, get upgrades, find cool stuff, discover things, and reach the center of the universe. That's your main mission, really, to the kind of experience the game in general. The closer you are to the center of the universe, it suggests that there's going to be better stuff for you to find, better resources, cooler things in general. Crafting and upgrades. There is a proper crafting system. Resources and discoveries don't just mean units, basically, to buy ships. You're going to need to upgrade. You're going to need to craft gear too. You'll be able to mine on planets using your multi-tool. Different planets, systems, and areas on planets will yield different materials. You'll want blueprints for certain items as well, and you'll find those while exploring. The sort of upgrades you can get are suit upgrades, like when you're on foot, shields, jetpack, hazard protection, resource capacity. For your multi-tool, you can get a laser beam for mining and shooting, and then various either like mining-esque tools or big shooty tools, as well as scanner upgrades. The ships, I'm not entirely sure what you can modify on your ship other than shields, weapons. You can improve the agility with wings, hull, so you can get protection to various environments, engine, so that will be like hyperdrive distance, cargo space, and cloaking technologies apparently are also available. Updates in general for the game. So there isn't going to be any paid DLC, but there will be free updates regularly. We'll have to exactly see what sort of updates we're going to get with No Man's Sky. Since the game has gone gold, they've basically started on their first update already because they didn't have anything else to do other than to work on an update, seeing their game was ready for sale. For me, No Man's Sky is going to be a great mix of discovery, toil, and survival. Me rounding up animals, naming them as Pokemon, it's going to be a mixture of a bit silly, but also I think it's going to be quite enjoyable grinding for resources on planets because you're always going to be discovering things. It's always a new adventure. There isn't going to be any VR at launch, though, that I know might disappoint people. The game does have its own periodic table as well, with some familiar elements but expanding on them as well, because we're on new planets, new solar systems. There could be some weird things. You can collect resources from anything, like attacking ships in space, mining on the ground, killing animals, toppling trees. There are underground caves and oceans too to be explored, which you have to dig into. Hazards can be avoided on planets if you hide in caves and that sort of stuff, or in buildings. There isn't leveling in the game, just upgrading via resources and buying new items that are obviously some of them procedurally generated. Planets typically are of a single biome as well, so you'll get forest, ice, jungle, that sort of stuff as a single biome. You're not going to have ice and jungle on the same planet, as far as I'm aware. Space pirates do exist, so be aware, and you will be shot at. Stations should appear in each of the systems for you to trade with, or possibly even attack. And remember, you're a nomad. You don't have a home base, as it were. You're in that system, even if you like that system, don't get too attached, because you're going to be moving on from it. Although, you're free to play the game as you want. It's a true discovery game with a load of intrigue, and I'm going to be doing some No Man's Sky on my channel for the PC. Star Citizen will always be as the main topic of my channel, though I expect No Man's Sky to be very enjoyable gameplay-wise, so let's enjoy that together. I'm thinking of merging gameplay and news about No Man's Sky into a single weekly format where I just do one episode a week or something. Something that's entertaining yet informative. Anyway, guys, if you'd like to win a copy of No Man's Sky for PC, please comment below. I'll be giving away a copy on the 12th of August. Its release date on PC and the rest of the world. Any suggestions on No Man's Sky content or what would be excited to see for No Man's Sky? That would really help me. I don't have a massive direction other than I'm going to play the game and try and have fun. Anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It genuinely does help me, and I will see you in the verse.